Hello everybody and welcome back to Roll Out of Bed, where no matter what time it is, we just woke up. I'm your Game Master Nev, your player Ian's running a little bit late, bus schedules as usual. Also, let me know if the audio is being a bit odd. My mic sensitivity is being weird and I can't figure out why, and I'm concerned it might hear my air conditioner. So if so, let me know and I can just go turn that off. Yeah, let me think. I think I'm going to wait on the summary till Ian gets here. Usually I just run through it, but there's not a lot to cover from last time. It was a pretty detail-heavy, story, action-light session. So we'll just go through the basics. As always, we are using GURPS. That's Generic Universal Role-Playing System. That is the system that I prefer. It's the one I've been playing for about 10 years now. Ian is coming up on his second year. GURPS is a 3-dice system, that is 3d6, and how you want to roll in GURPS is you want to roll below your skill number. So if you don't already know, you can take a peek at Ian's character sheet in the description, and if you just open that bad boy up, you'll see skills, you'll see numbers, and how that works is you spend points to increase your skill, so the better it is, the higher up the number goes, and in order to succeed, you want to roll under the number. So the higher your skill, the better your chance of rolling under, the better you are at it. What am I forgetting? We're playing the campaign Brave New World. Yeah. I guess I'll just stall till Ian gets here like I always do. Or if anybody has anything to say or ask, the chat's always open, as always, and I am reading it to the best of my ability. Just keep in mind that I'm a few seconds in the future from when you hear things. Yes, I guess I can just have a little story. So I'm a little annoyed, not super annoyed. So I bought a package off Amazon, right? That's the start of every boring story, I know. So I've been putting together a costume for something. Cheesy as it is, I've been putting together one of my costumes for my past GURPS character that I've just been trying to do for a while. They're just my favorite character. I've been playing them for like 6 years, and I was like, why the hell not? So I was buying some audio components for putting in a speaker and things like that. And I got all the audio components except for one, and I was like, oh, I could use an extension cable. Like, my cord will reach, but it's a bit of a stretch. So I'm like, I could use an extension cable for this 3.5mm. So I bought an extension cable. I go on Amazon, I find it, I'm like, oh, this is great. Yeah, here's a good extension cord. And I buy it. It's only like $7. It's pretty good. It's got mic, I don't know the word for audio cables, honestly. It can use mic, it can use headphones, it can use whatever else. It's got the 4 bands. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I need. I need it to have mic capability. And so I buy it. Today it arrives. Take it out of the box. This isn't an extension cable. This is an aux cord. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Aux cord I can deal with. It's still 4 feet. That's good enough. Then I look at it again. It's 2-band. It doesn't have mic capability. And I'm like, okay, so what happened here? And I'm like, I don't really want to go through the process of returning it. It was like $6. Whatever. I can always use an aux cord. It's not what I needed right now, but might as well keep it. But so I go on Amazon, and I take a little look. I'm like, what happened here? And I click on it, I go to the site, and I was like, no, this is right. This should be an extension cable, male and female ports. Did they send me the wrong package? Then I look a little bit more. So it has size options, right? It starts at 12 feet. That's more than I needed. Then it goes down to 6 feet. I was like, yeah, still a bit much. So I selected 4 feet when I bought it. I look, because the default's 12 feet, so I click on the Amazon page to 4 feet. When I click on 4 feet, it changes the color option from extension cord to aux cable. Which, yes, is my fault for not noticing, but that option wasn't present on any of the other ones, and it's not a color! And Ian's just arrived and has heard me yelling.
I hate public transportation.
I know you do.
It's bad.
Yeah?
It's a good idea, but it's bad.
It's bad here. It's pretty good in Japan. It was also, well, I don't know about Europe. Actually, the buses were always late in Europe. But there were buses, so I guess we have buses, but they're not
good.
No, they're still buses. I don't know what I'm saying.
I don't know.
I was just telling a story about my Amazon purchase, which betrayed me. So I bought this. This was supposed to be an extension cord, and I bought it, and it was an aux cable. Which is still useful, but not an extension cord.
No, it's not.
And also, the one I was trying to buy was supposed to have mic capabilities, and this is only 2-band. It can only do speakers. So I was like, this is useless to me. Still nice to have an aux cord, and it was only like $6, so I'm not going to return it. But like, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Not
what I wanted, no. I had to buy my... I'm letting Ian get set up, so I'm still ranting. I had to finally buy my first textbook, which was disgusting. Second year of college, first textbook I had to buy. All the other ones this semester I was able to pirate, because I'm a good child who cares about the law, obviously. But this one, I went on all my normal sites, and I couldn't find it, so I was like, oh, god damn it, I'm gonna have to pay money for this.
Yeah, well, you should pay money for these, because you keep people like me in business.
Shut up! I'm working at the college library. I'll
Bookstore.
kill you.
It's not a library. It's a
bookstore. Excuse me. I'll kill you.
That's who gives me money.
I don't think you make money based on how many purchases there are.
No. But I mean, it helps.
I just rented this from Amazon. Yeah. I'm like $40 for a full semester. That's
fine. That's really
that's a good price, but I'm still just like, oh, my money.
That's way better.
I'm being bled dry.
You're not.
No, I'm not.
Super cheap.
Yeah, I was able to pirate my other 6 textbooks for this semester though. Which is pretty good. I was hoping I could even... Because this is 6th edition, and I was like, oh, it's a textbook. I can get any edition, and it'll have the same information, basically. Nope. No, that was true, but I couldn't find any other... This is 6th edition, but 1 through 5 don't seem to exist.
They exist, I guarantee it. They're just not good. And so, essentially, it's no one uses them anymore, so there's no... Like... A lot of things, they're more or less the same, but, like, the page numbers will change. If there's any activities, it'll switch around, so you just can't use it in
Now,
class.
I'm curious if I even need it, though, because last night, when I had a reading due, our professor sent out on the Wise, which is, like, our site. I don't know if most colleges use that. We do. Yeah. On the Wise that, or maybe it's just for Willamette, because the W might stand for Willamette.
Yeah, it's probably the...
I didn't think about that.
Willamette.
But yeah, she sent out the full introduction chapter, and she was like, here's the reading, so I'm like, oh crap, is she gonna do this for every chapter, and I just wasted $40?
It's possible.
I mean, it's probably easier to have the physical book, but like, my money. Have you been able to log into your laptop this time?
Yeah.
Like last time where it took like 5 things.
I don't know why. I was dumb.
Oh, and you saw our little logo update?
I did. I'm very excited.
Do you like the new background we have for the stream?
I do. It's cosmic.
It is. That is a word for it. It was just the bed, and then I just threw the logo in the corner, because why not?
Yeah, might as well.
I like the new logo design. I'm not sure about the coloring I chose, but whatever.
Stop being that.
Your laptop is being bad?
No, it's just I had YouTube set to a theater mode, and I didn't want that.
Oh, my mistake. Should I start going through the summer?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, so last time on the Brave New World, we began with the events from the session beforehand, where Newman finally escaped Elonia on this ship. He broke through the cloud cover and was directly... Wow. The word was directly experienced.
Exposed.
That's not... Exposed! Thank you! You know the words I mean to say. Directly exposed to subspace, which basically resulted in his unconsciousness. After which, Newman was in that same place he's been to several times, except it was a bit different, that white area. This time he was in a much larger space with thrashing colors and shapes and patterns. After a while of wandering, he made his way to a corner of the room that appeared to still have white in it. After a bit more searching and pressing forward, he managed to encounter what appeared to be Erexus. Erexus shushed him when he first tried to talk, and led him to another room, which was reminiscent, if not the same, as the room he had been in several times before, with the 2 large mirrors, the white area, and such. Erexus motioned for him to go through one of them, which he had done once in the past, but not to the same capacity. And he walked through and he saw a series of scenes with various people he had encountered throughout his adventure, but as soon as they left his line of sight, as he was viewing from a sort of third-person, kind of fourth-wall perspective, he saw a strange thing on a lot of figures where their eyes would flash this kind of gold color temporarily before returning to normal. After leaving this area, he had another brief interaction with Erexus before Erexus was seemingly violently retracted from wherever he was, and shortly thereafter Newman regained consciousness. After regaining consciousness, Newman was once again in the bridge of that, or cockpit, it's not a big enough ship for a bridge, the cockpit of that small vessel that he escaped Elonia in, and he was presented with a choice as he was still in subspace. It said subspace anomalies detected, and there was 2 paths. He saw a brief vision of each path, one going 87 years in the past, and one at the same day that he left the Thunderchild, which appears to be the same day he arrived on Elonia, but it was hard to say for sure. After there was a scuffle, shall we say, involving Rigel and the others aboard the vessel. Rigel appeared to be perhaps not who he said he was, or at the very least driven mad by his exposure to subspace. It was a bit hard to discern, but it resulted in the, if not deaths, then apparent spacings of the man who was referred to as Jay, who Newman now, what's the word I'm looking for, suspects to be Jack, based on a locket he was given, Kratkatenkin, Marimba, and the android, which was previously known as B01G30RG3. But then, after Rigel said something about deactivate sleeper protocol, introduced itself once again as Y2. And after all of this, Newman once again returned to the cockpit after this little scuffle, and saw that the ship had auto-selected a course, which was the course set to present day when he left. And after that, he arrived back to the Thunderchild, where he also saw the Brave New World, a vessel he hasn't seen in quite some time, docked outside. He sent in, if I'm correct, you sent in you radioed them?
I did.
I remember, yeah, you radioed them, and the shuttle door started to open.
Yeah.
But you got no response. It was just radio silence. They picked up, but nothing was there.
Which is worrisome.
And I think... sorry, clearing my throat. I think that is about what happened last time.
Sounds great to me.
So let's do the shorter version of the intro one more time, and then we'll get into it. Hello, I'm your Game Master Nev.
And I'm your player Ian.
And this is Roll Out of Bed. Welcome back to the Brave New World. Alright, so... yeah, so you are on board your ship. You've just contacted in, and you haven't got a response, but the shuttle door on the Thunderchild seems to have opened. Or be opening in the process of.
Yeah, well, the Thunderchild?
Yeah, you remember the Thunderchild?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do.
You just forgot it was called that.
Yeah, for a second. Yeah, alright, I'll wait till it's open and then dock.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you're a good ways away still, but you're definitely in line of sight. I'd like to remind you, you also have Selena on this vessel.
That's true, I do.
Which isn't necessarily important to you. I'm just reminding you she's there.
She's around.
Yeah. So yes, so you're just waiting for it to open. It has opened. No vessel appears to be. I think I might have misspoken last time. I can't quite remember. If I said something started coming out, that was wrong. I just can't remember, and I didn't honestly bother listening to the last 5 minutes of last session because I was lazy. But you know, I'll just retcon it retroactively if I said that. Anyway, but yeah, sorry. So the shuttle door has opened on the Thunderchild, and it appears to just be open now. You don't see any vessels coming out. You haven't received any further radio confirmation. There's also, I'm just reminding you, there's also the Brave New World parked on the side of the vessel, which almost appears as last time you saw it. It seems a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? A little bit more damaged. It's not quite the word I'm looking for. A little bit more aged.
Right.
I'm looking for the word that's damaged by age, and I just can't remember it. But you know what I mean. Fatigued.
That's right, correct. Alright, then I'll start moving us towards the docking bay.
Okay. So you are heading towards the shuttle bay. Cool. Yeah. Alright, so yes. Can you give me a 2 piloting rolls?
2 piloting.
Just remember I need your character sheet open. That's what I forgot to open.
I think that's a 50. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's success by 5. And then, that's not great, but that's success by 2.
Both successes, though? Yeah. Okay, there wasn't any significant minus. So, yes, you made it just fine. So you for a second I opened my thing like I had a picture of this, and because I was just imagining it in my head so clearly. I was like, oh, where's my photo? Oh, I don't have one of those. I didn't model 2 ships. And that is not in my wheelhouse yet. But yes. So yeah, you pull towards. You get basically lined up with the shuttle bay. You get over there, and you pull forward. As you get closer, you can tell that the power is out in most of the vessel, which isn't super unusual because there was also power out before the thing happened when you left last time. Yeah. It was just the ship was not in a fully repaired state. A little bit more damage occurred based on what happened before you were, I'm not going to say forcibly ejected because technically it was of your own accord, but before you left the vessel.
Yeah, that was my choice.
Yeah, so the shuttle bay is opened and you can see it is dark inside, but are you just flying straight in?
Yeah.
But as you fly through, you can tell, you get a bit of resistance, and you can see there's one, like an energy field that would be keeping the atmosphere in, all a Star Wars shuttle bays,
right.
Except it's not visible until you're passing through it. Also, I think those stop physical matter. I don't know. I don't know Star Wars well. But yeah, no, that's kind of what's holding the shuttle bay in. The lights are all off inside. Your ship has some rudimentary, landing lights.
Right.
You can see there's a few other vessels parked inside. None of them seem operable.
Well,
from a cursory glance.
Right. That's...
You haven't been in the shuttle bay before when you were here last time. Just in case I didn't say that.
So, I don't know if these were here or not. That's good. They probably were. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I was letting you know because there was a shuttle bay in the transporter room.
Right. But this is
matter transmission, whatever. Anyway, but yeah, this is not that one, is what I'm telling you. Okay, yeah, if you'd like to actually dock the vessel, can you give me one more?
Yeah.
This was just to get into the shuttle bay. Ooh.
Yeah.
That should still be a success.
Yeah.
What is that? That's a 12?
12, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's good enough. So yeah, you find a clear space. There's a lot of rubble strewn about, a lot of damaged ships, but you find a place that's not necessarily clear, but free of enough rubble that you can get it down, and you're not sure if you'll need this vessel again in the first place. You're trying to keep it undamaged, but a little bit aware what isn't going to hurt too much.
Right.
So yeah, you set it down. Yeah, so you've docked a strong word. You're in the shuttle. You've parked the vessel.
All right.
Landing, you're down. Everything seems to be fine.
Okay, and is the can this ship tell me if there's atmosphere outside?
Good question. Can you give me a little? I was hoping you'd ask that. Can you give me a little spacer roll?
I can. That's not great.
One bad number and 2 pretty good numbers.
10.
10? Your spacer is?
13.
13, yeah, that's success by 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so you've found where it would be telling you. It's acting up a little bit. Can you give me a computer operation roll?
I can't.
That's pretty good.
That's actually good.
Don't tell me that's not pretty good. There's 2 1s.
I only saw the 5 and I was like, that's not a good number.
Okay, so that's a success by 6, 7. No, 5. Oh, whatever.
It's a success.
It's a success by more than 4, which is what was important.
Yeah.
I can't do math that fast. Yeah, so yeah, you find the thing. You just had to mess with a few things. It's like, oh, the settings were, it was set to, inside the vessel instead of outside. Yeah, there's atmosphere. It's pretty light, definitely breathable, but if you're not using any kind of apparatus or anything, it's going to be a little bit dizzying, I'll say. You'll get a little bit lightheaded, but you're not going to pass out or anything.
Okay.
Just strenuous activity might push it over the edge.
I'm going to go and look in this ship to see if there's any even light breathing masks or anything.
Okay, yeah, definitely. So can you give me a? You don't have that. Can you give me a? I'll roll search for you just a second actually, because you don't have search.
I don't.
I always regret that because I've definitely made you roll it before. Let's see, that is. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you find near the rear. I don't want to call it an airlock because it's just a single door. It doesn't lock. The outer door. You find kind of a locker, kind of like a panel in the wall that kind of slides up, and you can see there's about 3. No, there's about 4 kind of really low end vac suits. Well, not low end actually, because this is from Alonia. Old but pretty good vac suits.
All right. I'm gonna. Would any of them fit? What's her name?
Selena? Unlikely. Let me. You might be able to get. Oh, that's a hard one. Just a second. Higher or lower?
Lower.
They could technically fit her. She's not gonna be like moving around well. They're gonna be like a foot or two past the end of her legs and arms, but like she could get it on.
Yeah.
You do know it's breathable out there. It's just not great air.
Yeah.
You could maybe get just the like they're pretty much one piece, but you might be able to detach the helmet if you worked at it for a little bit. You could try, is what I'm saying.
We have 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll try, and if I mess it up, I'll just make it.
Okay, let me see if you have any skills comparable to this. I don't think so.
Not.
I'll give you it's a space suit. I'll give you a spacer -3.
Okay, that's doable.
Not quite. That's a failure by 2.
12, yeah.
Failure by 2, unless you have anything I'm missing.
No.
No, you don't. Okay. Yeah, no, not quite. You're messing with it, and you think you almost found a way to detach it, and it just locked back into place.
Well,
Like, it looks like it's doable, but you're not sure how the mechanism works.
that's okay. I'll just bring her over and be like, all right, I need you to get in this. You're gonna be a little bit impaired, but you'll be able to breathe easier. So
Okay.
do that.
Yeah, she just kind of shrugs and just nods, and she walks over and she's just getting it on herself.
All right. Then I'll slip one on.
Okay. Give me a spacer +2 just to make sure you put it on correctly.
Crit fail.
It's unlikely that you
myself.
put it on wrong, but like you've never worn this specific suit before.
Right. That's not great. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you got it on just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the zipper. The locking mechanism. The Velcro. The locking mechanism was a little bit like it's definitely a standard, but like you weren't sure how to seal it. And after a little bit of messing around, you get it closed and everything.
Right.
So yeah, you're all suited up.
All right. Then I will. I don't think I have anything else in here. I'll open the door.
Yeah. You open the door. There's a brief kind of like you're pulled forward like a tiny bit, a little bit of tug, and a brief like whoosh, as the atmosphere from inside here kind of equalizes with the lighter atmosphere outside in the shuttle bay. It's definitely actually atmosphere. It's not like you're gonna get pulled out of the shuttle bay into space. There's definitely something sealing it in. The shuttle bay door is still open. You can see out into space.
Okay.
You can actually see the Brave New World from here. I mean, you could like jump to it technically. I don't know why you do that, but yes, it's like it's in reachable distance.
All right.
But yeah, you can also see on the inner wall there is a larger door. Larger double door, kind of metal. Not a bulkhead, but definitely a sealable door.
Right. Is there like controls for the
Main door.
the outer door?
You see a control panel, kind of the door inside is on like a kind of a raised platform, like not super far, like maybe like a half story up with stairs.
Right.
And there's like a railing, and on the railing opposite to the door on the far side there is like a control panel. You can't see all the controls from here, but it'd probably be there.
All right. Then I'll go up there.
Okay. You go up there. There's the control panel in front of you. Are you just taking a look at that?
Yeah. I want to try and close the bay doors.
Okay, so you take a look at the control panel. You can see a lot of switches, a lot of dials, like a lever. Nothing's lit up currently. It doesn't look like it's powered. There's nothing stopping you from trying anyway, but just at a cursory glance, it doesn't appear to have any power running to it.
I'll flip a switch.
Okay.
To see.
Yeah, you don't really need a spacer for that. You can find a switch that's labeled. So you flip something, and you hear kind of like, you hear a really brief, like a not like a fuse going out, but a brief electrical noise, kind of like a CRT turning off. You know what I mean? That kind of like.
Yeah.
And you hear like I'm forgetting the names of things today. like gears groaning for a half second, and then it just seems to stop. Like it seems like maybe this had a limited amount of power to it, and you just for a second.
Right.
Kind of like when there's water left in the hose.
I don't know if that's
So you found the right.
Electricity works.
No,
Okay.
but that's you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
There was a little bit left in the battery.
Right.
So yeah, it looks like you found the right switch, but there is not power coming to you currently.
Oh well. At least we're not dying. All right.
It's always a plus.
Usually. I'll then turn around and see if I can get the door open.
Okay. Yeah. So you just turn around to the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how are you trying to get it open?
Well, first I'm gonna look for a handle.
Okay. You don't see a handle. You can see there's a sensor above the door, similar to the one where the communications area was. If you remember that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like put my badge to it, right?
Oh no. Sorry, this was an above door sensor.
Oh, right above. Sorry. Oh yeah. Does this look powered?
There's no lights on or anything. There's a panel next to the door, like there's been at a lot of them.
Right. Does this door have a window?
No.
Okay. Alright, then I'll go to the panel and see if I can get it to spark to life or anything.
Okay. Yeah, so you just open the panel?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a strength roll with a hidden plus.
Okay.
I rolled well, but
That's pretty good.
So
That's a 12?
Naturally, yeah, it's a 12.
So natural failure by
2.
2?
Yeah.
Okay, with the hidden plus. Yeah, you made it. It's just a little bit of a struggle. Like, it's hard to find some purchase around this panel, but after a few seconds, you manage to, like, pull it off.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see inside there's kind of a, kind of a lever and a small red button on the base of the handle. You can see there are some written instructions. It basically says, like, pull up and down a few times to charge and then press the button to activate.
Oh, okay. I can do that.
Okay, I'll give me another strength roll with a hidden plus again.
Alright. Hey, I rolled...
That's almost the exact same roll.
It's 11.
That's 11, that's one better.
It's one better.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a struggle. It doesn't feel like it's necessarily hard, but it seems like the mechanism either hasn't been used in a while or is a little bit stuck. But yeah, you managed to get it a few times, and you press the button?
Yeah.
You press the button, and you just hear kind of like a... and like the door opens about a foot.
Alright.
Definitely enough to squeeze through, or you could try to manually open it the rest of the way, but whatever you'd like to do.
I'll just squeeze through.
Okay, yeah. You managed to squeeze through. About then, you get...
Alright, I'll answer it.
Okay, you're looking down at the thing?
Yeah.
Unlike last time, actually, this doesn't appear to be a call.
Oh.
You see what you didn't see before. You see kind of on the, when you bring it up, you see on the palm of your hand kind of like a little screen flash up that you didn't see before. It looks like one of those that's hidden until it's lit up.
Right.
And it looks like you have like a text equivalent.
Alright, okay. I'll open it then.
Okay. Yeah, so you open it, and you can see it's a short... check your email. It's a very short message, and it says basically... It gives you the ID of the ship you're on, the Thunderchild, which you would know because you have photographic memory and you've seen it at least once.
That's true.
Yeah, and it gives you coordinates. It gives you deck 4, hall 17, room 8, and it's signed Rem S.
Hold on, let me go back to my notes of the people who work on the ship.
Go for it.
I don't remember.
I don't remember a Rem S.
Oh,
No, I just liked how you said it.
yeah, I don't know. Alright. I'll then... Okay, that's interesting.
Okay, I'm just gonna...
Yeah?
I haven't brought this up before, I'm just making sure you're aware, because I never explicitly said it, but I thought it was implied in Communicator. You know you can make outgoing calls with this, right?
I know.
Okay.
I assume.
No, I was just making sure because you've never done it.
I
and, like,
haven't.
You don't need to. I was just like, wait, does he know that?
I assumed the Communicator went both ways.
Yeah. I assumed you would assume that. I just wasn't sure.
Only incoming. You know
I was just making sure. It's one-way radio.
It's possible.
It's my walkie-talkie.
It's my what? Those
It's
are
my
two
cosmic walkie-talkie.
Walkie-talkies are 2 ways.
What? They didn't used to be. That's why you had to say over, right?
No.
Or was that a ham radio?
No, over is just to tell them your message is done. It's saying my message is over.
Wait, I thought there was like the one where you couldn't receive and transmit at the same time, so you had to say over so they knew when they could start talking, so you could hear them.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't
Personally, I'm not old enough to know that.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I didn't experience the old radios of the
Me
time.
either. I didn't have to deal with that.
Okay, but yeah, you appear to be in one of the inner halls of the vessel now. This isn't one you recognize, but you still have that schematic from earlier.
Oh, okay.
And yeah. Oh, hi, Mason. Hello.
Oh, welcome.
Yeah.
Just looking around, does this appear to be one of the hallways that's in more disrepair than others, or is it like okay?
This hallway seems in decent repair, other than the fact that it's unpowered. You can see there's some portions of the ceiling that have fallen a bit. Nothing like blocking your path explicitly in your line of sight, but this hall has definitely not been cleared out yet.
Okay. And is Selena following me?
Yeah, Selena's just keeping a set distance behind you, just a few feet, unless you tell her to do otherwise.
No, it's fine. I just want to make sure.
Which she might listen to. Huh?
Who knows? She doesn't talk so often.
That's true. Not to your experience.
Alright, so... does she have a weapon with her right now?
Selena?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, maybe. I was like, wait, this is Selena.
She's our weapon expert.
I forgot. I was like, why would the little girl... Oh, wait, no, this is Selena. You haven't seen any visibly, but you know before she got on the suit, she had a lot of, like... She had kind of like cargo pants with a lot of pockets in them. So, it's plausible, but you don't know.
Okay, that's alright. Okay, then I'm gonna pull up the schematic.
Yeah.
And
try to locate your position.
Yeah, try to find it myself.
Give me a... I don't think you have cartography or anything. Let me look.
I don't know about no maps.
I'll give you a... You're having a lot of space here today, but it's most fitting for ship interior. Give me a... Unless you have Starship Engineer. No, just electronics. Okay, yeah, give me a spacer -2.
Okay. No.
Whoa!
That's
a 14? And your spacer is 13. That's a regular fail. Okay.
Yeah, I fail anyway.
You fail by 3. Yeah.
I can count.
You think you found the deck you're on because there's only a few places where the shuttle bay connects, but you can't find like this exact hallway. So you have a rough area.
All right, but would I? So I can like.
Actually, let me rephrase that. There's a few shuttle bays, and you know you're at one of them. So there's like 4 possible places you could be.
Right.
I phrased that wrong the first time.
Okay. So. Do I know? I would know which side of the ship I'm on, though, right?
Yeah, you'd know if you're on the port or starboard.
Okay.
I almost said fore or aft. That's the front and back. You'd also know that,
I
but
would know. But so.
So you're just gonna ascertain using logic where you are.
Yeah, that's essentially what I was.
Yeah,
gonna do.
you're in the fore starboard shuttle bay. Yeah.
Okay. Then so using that, actually, can I essentially
Orientate yourself?
myself towards like where the cockpit.
Okay.
Cockpit, the bridge.
Okay, you want to head towards the bridge then?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can find a way there. You'd see, assuming the ship was fully operational, you can see several movement grids would lead directly there. You know there's some of the maintenance tunnels you've been in before. They aren't fully modeled on the schematics as you've experienced in the past,
Right.
but you can see kind of where there are openings, and you can see there's an opening on the bridge as well as an opening around here. They may not necessarily connect, but you can see them.
Right.
And there is a set of stairs which doesn't lead directly there, but it'll lead to the deck.
Okay. So the power grid, so the movement grid is probably not operational.
It's
no
likely
power.
it's not. You
Might
don't
be,
know
but
until you go there, but probably.
That's probably a good guess. I would prefer to go to the stairs because that probably seems more direct.
Okay.
Because main tunnels might not connect.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna head that way and hope they're not wrecked or anything.
Okay. So you start heading in that direction. Yeah, you pass by a lot of doors, a lot of other branching hallways, but you're just kind of following your map, I take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're following a good ways. You get to a portion of the hallway that's mostly blocked. You can see there's a good foot of space at the top. You could probably try to crawl your way through or clear a bit of the rubble. You can see on the other side it seems to open up again. There's just this one area that has a bit more of a cave-in.
Right.
You could maybe squeeze through with a DX roll, or you could try to clear just a little bit more space with a strength roll. Or both in sequence, whatever you want to
They're
do.
the exact same roll, so I'll try to clear away some rubble.
Okay, so strength then?
Yeah.
Sure.
I rolled well.
Pretty
Six.
good. That's
That
a
was a 2.
That's a 10?
10, yeah.
Okay, so that's a success right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there aren't any huge pieces of stuff, but they're metal, so they're all a bit heavy.
Right.
So you just move a bunch of small pieces at a time, and after a little while, it kind of like a little cascade. You move one piece, and a bunch of stuff kind of falls out of the way. A much bigger space. You'll still have to duck, maybe almost crawl to get through it, but it won't be a squeeze anymore.
All right. I'll head through that.
Okay, yeah, you head through. Yeah, and Selena probably headed through before you, just through that small space, and she was just waiting on the other side. I just changed my little statement there. Yeah. So yeah, you can see that the stairwell should be another few hallways up, past 2 more branching hallways, and then to the left.
All right. Then I'll go there.
That's where you're heading?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So you head there. You find the doorway to the stairwell. You can see this is another metal door. It has another sensor above it. Actually, no. Sorry. This one does have a sensor to the side of it.
Okay.
But you can see that the door appears to be at the seam. This is a double door, unlike the ones that have lifted straight up.
Right.
This is a double door. You can see at the seam there's kind of a large dent inwards, which may deter its opening. You're not sure.
Right.
It's pretty sizable, that like the size of like a bowling ball.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'll try and open it.
Okay, so you're just putting your ring to the
Yeah.
putting your ring to the thing. Okay, you put your ring to the thing, and it
That's
seems.
a good sentence.
I mean, you put your ring to the sensor. Yeah. And it seems it does actually light up. It flashes white, like a kind of like a boot up thing, really briefly. So it seems like these are either running on auxiliary power or have like a backup, but something somehow. And it does kind of like the scan from top to bottom over your ring, and it flashes green. And you hear the mechanism of the door go like, and it kind of like a grinding noise, like it's trying to open, but it can't quite.
So did it get open at all?
Yeah, it's open like a few millimeters, maybe like a centimeter. Like you can kind of peer through. It's dark inside, but it seems to be it looks like there's a latch where the dent is that's kind of bent together. You could probably get it undone if you had some sort of tool, but
let me look at the things I have first.
go for it.
I do have a portable toolkit.
You do? Okay. Would you like to look through that?
Yeah.
What sort of tool do you desire?
I'm thinking, like, honestly, probably just like a long screwdriver.
Long screwdriver. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely in there.
Yeah. So just something I could like.
If you asked for something a little more uncommon, I was gonna roll for, but yeah, no, a screwdriver definitely.
Yeah.
Are you trying to like pry it, I guess?
Yeah.
That seems like a strength roll to unbend something. Yeah. No? Do you disagree?
No, that sounds right.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a 5, baby! Yeah, so you put it in, and it's very stuck, but somehow you manage to get, like, just the right leverage,
Right.
and you pull it, and you hear, like, like, kind of like it unhooking, and the door kind of slides the rest of the way open into the stairwell.
Alright. Does this suit have any lights on it? that I can turn
The
on?
suit?
Or, like, do I have any lights?
Yeah, oh, right, you're wearing the spacesuit
Yeah.
over your
Yeah.
uniform. I'm not sure. Let me check. I know your uniform has light. Let me check if this one does. Okay, this one has two kind of headlight. You know, like kind of how like scuba diving suits have the two kind of on each side of the temple. This has two of those. If you haven't tried to turn them on. If they have power, though, that's where they'd be. Otherwise, your ring does have like kind of like a key light, kind of like not a big light,
Right. I'll try and activate them.
but okay. There's a panel on the front of the suit. There's 3 buttons. One of them's got to do it. You want to try the middle, the left, or the right?
There's 3 buttons.
They're colored.
Got it. What are their colors?
They're colored white, blue, and green.
I'll hit the white one.
Okay, you hit the white one, the lights come on.
Yay!
Yeah. One of them... Okay, let me rephrase. One of them doesn't come on, and the other one is pretty bright, but it's kind of flickering.
Okay.
Like, not a lot. Just, like,
Right.
every now and then there's kind of like a... Boom, boom, boom.
Alright.
Yeah, but it's mostly operational.
It works, it's just...
Yeah, it's just temperamental.
Alright. Then I'll step into the stairs.
Okay. This isn't... I don't know what to call it. It's not a circular stairwell, but kind of that rectangular stairwell that has the
Right.
hole you can see down the middle.
Yeah.
Not sure what to call that. Anyway, I guess what I just called it. I'm just not sure if there's a more concise term for it.
I don't know.
But yeah. Okay.
Alright, and so we're below where the,
Yeah, you
bridge
need to head
is
up
again?
about 4 decks.
Alright, then I think, can I, like, lean into the space and, like, look up to see if there's any obvious
debris or
obstructions
anything?
Yeah.
You can see up about 3 decks. You can see a place where the railing is kind of bent inward, but you can't see anything really more than that.
Okay.
It's a bad angle.
Right. Alright, then I'll start heading up, and then if we need to get off, we can get off.
Okay. So you take a few steps forward, and actually, as you get like about a half, like you get up 1 flight of the like rectangular turn,
Right.
and the other door closes behind you, which isn't unusual. Like doors usually close behind people in this sort of setting. But then you actually hear roll perception. You rolled well. You hear a noise coming from back down the hallway that you were outside the door.
Is it a noise I recognize?
Yes.
Is it ticking or clicking?
It is.
Oh no!
That was a good guess.
Oh, I understand theming.
Okay. It doesn't seem to necessarily be coming in this direction, but you definitely hear it.
Yeah. Okay. Knowing that, I still have that weird gun.
You do still have that weird gun, that's correct, and that ammunition, which you've never loaded into it.
No, I loaded a bullet.
You did?
I loaded
you
one.
loaded the bolt? You only have one.
I thought I found an extra one.
Oh, no, you're right. Sorry, you found one more. That's right.
Yeah, I have two, and I loaded one of them.
Yes, that's
But I
correct.
never fired it.
Sorry, I forgot about that second one.
It's okay. I did.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get that out.
Okay, you get that out. Are you just continuing forward?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You continue forward. You hear it kind of seems to pass by the door. And then it just continues onward. You don't hear any noticeable pause.
Alright.
Yeah, so it just seems to be moving past from what you can hear with your ears.
Okay.
So you're just heading straight up?
Yep.
Okay. You head straight up. And you get about 3 decks up, and you can see where the railing was bent. You can see it looks like a part of the stairs, like only a few steps, like 4 or 5. Like a sizable gap, but not huge. Has kind of crumbled away and fallen down. It looks like maybe down the middle. And you can see the railing's bent outwards here. It could be a little bit of a jump, which would be... Either way, it's going to be dicks roll, actually. You could try to do a little jump, or you could try to like kind of use the railing and shimmy across. The railing's bent outwards a little bit over the middle gap, so that might be a little bit more risky, but it would be easier. Pretty much a DX roll either way.
Okay.
With a hidden plus deciding what you choose. Or if you come up with a third option, go for it.
Let me look and think.
Okay. Yeah.
I have a climbing pick, but that doesn't help at all.
Yeah,
I was
not
like, climbing!
really.
No,
Not
that's
really.
not good.
It is only like 3 feet.
I know. I was just...
Oh, no. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah. Well, because I was thinking I might have, like...
Yeah?
Well, actually, I could use gizmos.
Yeah, you could. I'm just saying it's not like the Last Crusade to jump over the
I
pit.
assumed.
Okay.
But, like, if I, like, tied a rope, or, like, could get a rope across, maybe...
Yeah.
Even if it just helps, like, Selena.
Yeah, you could gizmo rope if you'd like. That's definitely something plausible to have on hand.
Yeah. Actually, I think... So...
Yeah. You're thinking a long time about this small gap.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine.
I was thinking about rope for a really long time. I don't know why.
It's a good substance.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd call rope a substance.
No, it's made out of a lot of things.
That's true.
It's a good tool.
It is a good tool.
No, I think I'll try and jump.
Okay, yeah.
Alright.
If you miss, you're only gonna fall like 8 feet,
Yeah.
which is like a decent amount to fall, but it's
It'll
not that.
hurt,
It's not
but
that
it's
far.
not-
Yeah, so just give me a
probably
DX
not
roll with a
gonna
hidden plus. You're just jumping.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just jumping. That's not
Okay,
bad.
that's a 10 actually. Yeah, that's right on. That's right on a regular success.
Yep.
Yeah, you just jump over it. Yeah, you jump right over it easily. You make it by like a good 3 or 4. Well, that's too far. 2 or 3 feet. You can't jump that far.
No.
2 or 3 feet.
I'm not that good.
Yeah, and Selena behind you just seems to kind of like, she grabs onto the railing and just shimmies across. It creaks a little bit, but she's very small and very light, so it seems to hold, and she gets to the other side.
Alright.
Okay, so one more deck up is where you're heading to the bridge.
Yeah, the bridge.
Okay. Yeah, so you get up to the door, no problem.
Okay. Is there another panel beside?
Yeah, there's another panel beside the door.
Alright, I'll hold the lyric up to it, see if it activates.
Okay, you hold the thing there. It flashes white, it flashes green. It seems to take a lot longer, like it pauses for a while on the green thing before it finally like does like the yes thing.
Right.
And the door opens. Yeah, you can see into this hallway. It's lit up again.
Oh, so okay.
This is one of the hallways you've been in before, it looks like.
Right. I'll turn my light off.
Okay.
Looking around, does it look like there's any damage in this hallway, like from our scuffle and?
Yeah, it looks like in this hallway specifically. You don't see any hallway damage in this hallway specifically. No, not from Erexis.
Okay. So it's just it looks more or less the same as when I saw it last time.
Yeah, more or less.
Okay. All right, I'll head down it then.
Okay, just towards.
cautiously.
Yeah, so you're heading towards the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you head down a few hallways. There isn't a lot in this hallway that's been, like, that you've opened. There's, like, side doors, but nobody seemed to care about those when they were introducing you to the ship. So you're not sure there's anything behind them, just, like, this door to the stairwell wasn't really introduced to you.
Right.
Oh, yeah, but you make it eventually to the little kind of airlock section before the bridge. if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you open the outer door? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you open the outer door. You step inside. There's the inner door as well. Would you like to open that one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you hold your thing up to the door sensor, and it opens up. You can see the cockpit, just like the first time you were here. Or not cockpit, bridge. There's a difference, yeah.
Is there anyone in here?
There doesn't appear to be.
Okay. But it's powered?
Yeah, it's fully powered.
Okay, I would like to go... Oh, hell. I'm the captain. I'll go to the captain's chair.
Okay, go for it.
Is there a console here?
Yeah, there's a console.
Okay, I would like to access
kind of like one of those college things where it slides out and goes above, it goes in front.
That's
yeah.
good.
Those like lecture chairs.
Those are fun. Can I... I'd like to access it and see if I can find, like...
Yeah. Can't find the word, huh?
No, I can't.
What does it do?
Like biosigns.
Oh yeah, like a life sign scanner.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
So to see and scan our ship.
Yeah,
To
sure.
see if I can find anyone.
Yeah, you can. Give me a spacer roll to unless you have electronics ops sensors. No.
No.
Yeah. Give me a spacer roll.
That's great. That's 10.
10 success by 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, you found the sensor, and you've activated an internal scan. It says it's going to take a few minutes, but you think you did it right.
Okay.
Yeah?
While that's going, I'm just gonna look around and see if anything has been, like, disturbed or messed with, obviously.
Okay. Yeah, so you're just looking around. Give me I'll just roll perception, actually.
That works.
Yeah, okay. The cockpit seems pretty much exactly the same. You do notice it looks like the weapons array is powered down. Not damaged, just not currently powered.
Interesting.
That's about all you notice out of the usual.
Alright.
Just spilled water all over myself.
That's not fun.
No, it's not. My pants are damp now. Okay. Yeah, but that's what you see.
Alright. Okay. That's good to note. So,
Yeah?
they just don't have power running to them.
Yeah, power. They don't appear to be
Right.
damaged. It just looks like they're not currently
So,
powered.
Right. So if we move the power out, we could get them.
Yeah, this console is just like currently off. You're not sure about the weapons themselves, but if the console's off, you can't really.
You can't really do much with it.
No, there's probably manual controls somewhere, but you don't. Yeah,
Not really much.
you don't know where. Yeah.
Alright. That's good. Yeah. Alright. Well, then I'll go back to the scan.
Okay, yeah. The lifetime scanner seems to have finished by now. You can see there are. I have to check my notes. There are. Scroll faster. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're getting 6 life signs and a anomaly. Like an anomalous scan that's not coming up like necessarily it's a life sign, but it's something.
Right.
If that makes sense. Oh wait, sorry. One more than that. 7.
7 and the anomaly.
I didn't include you and Selena.
Okay.
Sorry.
So 9.
Yeah, I didn't include you two because
That's okay.
you know you're there.
I'm aware.
I just realized that could have been confusing. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Does it recognize any of them as crew?
Good question. So life sign scanner wouldn't really do that, but you could use one of the other consoles to scan for like crew badges or something.
Yeah.
Life sign scanner is basically just is there
right,
life? What type is it?
That makes sense. That's a good point. Is it humanoid life? That
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you and Selena are. One of them is unknown, and the anomaly you're not getting really anything on except it's there.
Right. Does this give me like placement of where they are?
Rough placement, yeah.
Okay. Was that on? Is the anomaly on the same deck I came in on?
No. No, sorry, there's 2 unknowns. I misspoke. One of the unknowns is coming from that deck.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just getting my numbers mixed up. That's all.
That's interesting.
The other unknown and the anomaly seem to be in roughly the same area.
Okay.
Is the text?
No, it was Postmates.
You got an order?
No.
They delivering to my place?
They could, but
I know. I don't want them to.
You don't?
Not really.
You don't want food?
Not particularly. What are you getting?
I'm not. I mean, I could get anything. It's Postmates.
That's true. I don't know if
But-
you should.
It's fine.
Get us some Olive Garden.
probably could. No, they're just telling me to spend $15 and get
$5 off.
actually $100 of credit.
That's a lot?
Yeah,
There's gotta be a caveat.
I'm sure.
I don't think we need to read the whole deal right now.
Well, no, it was just a notification.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Details.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And the other, the ones that are coming across as human are just strewn about in various places.
Okay.
If you want to know specifically, I can tell you, but otherwise, you'll remember. You have photographic memory.
He knows where they are. I
Yeah,
don't need to.
that's fair.
Yeah, alright.
Oh, noteworthy. The anomaly and the other unknown signature is coming from approximately the location that text said.
Interesting.
From Rem S.
Alright. Very interesting.
Okay, so just wherever you'd like to head. Or if
yeah.
you just want to wait here, that's awesome. You could use one of the other consoles to scan for ship things. That's what you said a second ago.
I was gonna scan for the crew badges.
Yeah, you'll give me another spacer roll, because that's what you have.
That's not great. That's actually natural right on.
Natural right on? Yeah, you're able to do it. It's not a complicated system. It just takes you a little while to scroll through various menus until you find it. Yeah, so are you just scanning all of the human life signs to see who they come up as?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's one near the weapons array. Oh, wait, sorry, that's wrong. There is one. Scroll. Okay, we're not gonna scroll. I need to open this in a separate. Okay, sorry, I'll tell you who's coming up first, and then I'll tell you where they are.
Alright.
So the ones who are registering, there is Zach Kralin, Jason SK, Clark Evans, Zinth Mayflower, and Ruby Sukihara.
Ruby.
These are all names you recognize.
I know. I just really like Ruby.
That's fair. Okay, and their locations.
Yeah.
Sorry, I only had their last names on a separate file, and then I have their location somewhere else. Okay, yeah. So it looks like Ruby and Zinth are just in a random hallway. Clark is in the same position where your scuffle with Alexis ended before you left. Jason appears to be near the area of the cafeteria, and Zach seems somewhere in your communications.
Alright.
And yeah, you're not getting any badges from the other three signs. Well, and you're getting your badge, but
Right. Is there like a intership? Is there like an intercom system in the ship?
yes.
Can it go to like a specific section and not others?
Yes, it can also go to people specifically.
Oh, it can.
Because
Okay.
your ring functions as a communication device.
Forgot about that. Okay. I'm going to activate that and try and get a hold of. Can it do multiple people in like a
Yeah, you can do
call?
like a group call, quote unquote. Yeah.
Can I get a hold of Ruby and Zen?
Yeah. Because they appear to be in the same location, or is that just randomly who you wanted?
No, that because they're together.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you can try. Give me another. Unless you have.
I don't.
No, yeah, give me another spacer.
Yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9. So
9? Yeah, that's pretty good. 6 by 4.
yeah.
You appear to get through. You're getting a little bit of static. It does like a kind of like a ringing thing, and then it opens up. Yeah. Radio silent for. Like they don't say anything first.
All right. Hello, Ruby, Zinth. Do you copy?
Newman. Yeah. So you're getting a Zinth. It's Newman. Yeah. You're back on board.
Yeah, I sent a communication over. You didn't get well. I mean,
Yeah. No, we're not exactly on the bridge.
Yeah. Well, I am now.
You got there?
I did. Someone opened the shuttle bay doors. Well, one of the shuttle bays.
Okay, that's
Odd.
bit concerning. We don't really know what's happening on board. Another vessel popped in. We were boarded. Everything's just been in disarray since that Warmind took over our systems. Hasn't been active in a while, but there's stuff going on just all over.
Yeah.
We haven't been able to make it back anywhere to mess with anything.
That's all right. Yeah. So I'm in the bridge right now. I have a friend with me. She's young and doesn't talk.
Okay.
So if you see a small child, don't shoot it.
All right.
So I've scanned the ship for life signs, and it was 7. Not counting you.
7 not counting you. Let's see. There's
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 not
Okay.
counting you. counting the 2 unknowns and the anomalous.
Okay. So we have 8 life signs on board. 2 unknowns. 1 that is something maybe. It's an anomaly. You and Ruby are together, yes?
Yeah, we're in the same area. We're covering ground, but we're in line of sight.
Alright, that's good. Alright, so Jason's near the cafeteria, Zach's around comms, and Clark is where... Sorry.
What?
Clark came out weird. I was like, whoa.
That came out fine.
I know, it just sounded weird.
So you just give each of their positions?
Yeah.
Or are you basically telling them to go look for everyone?
Well, I just want them to be aware, just in case
Okay.
they were, at least. And then I'll also give them the positions of the unknowns and the anomaly.
Okay, we can check out the crew, try to get everyone back together.
I think that's a good idea. Try not... I'd say avoid the anomaly, if possible, because, well, it could be extremely dangerous.
Okay, we'll try to avoid their current position. We can't really track their movement, but yeah.
So the unknowns, as I said, are unknown. So they might be hostile, might not be. I don't know. Good luck.
You're not getting any other crew badges or life signs on board?
Those are the only ones I've got.
Jeez. I wonder what's going on. Things are worse than I thought. Alright, Zenth out.
Alright.
Yeah, it just clicks off.
Yeah.
Yeah? Thinking?
Yeah. I'm trying to decide. So, I mean, being in the... This is a good tactical position.
Yeah.
In theory.
Not necessarily the safest position, but...
Not
I mean, the
necessarily.
bridge is reinforced from attack, but it's also a very obvious place
Yeah.
to be, is
Not
all I'm
nec-
saying.
Exactly. Not necessarily safe, but tactically advantageous. 'Cause
That's
I can
true.
Monitor things. But
Yep.
You're
just thinking about what you want to do.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if there's anything else I think would be useful to do here.
Okay. What else is active in here? There's the sensor array, which you've messed with.
Yeah.
There's the comms, which you've messed with.
Yeah.
There's the captain's chair basically has like this light version of everything.
Right.
Weapons array is unpowered. What am I forgetting? Sensors, comms, weapons array, communications. I already said communications. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. I think I'll go back to sensors.
All piloting, but yeah.
I don't really want to move.
Yeah, that's all. I just forgot that one. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go back to the sensors and
Okay.
scan the Brave New World.
The Brave New World. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Give me another spacer.
Yeah.
This one's gonna be a little harder because it's outward, not internal.
Give it a good shot.
That's not a regular
12.
failure. That's 12. It's a success by 1.
Yeah. Regular.
Yeah, your scan's gonna take a while, but you did
Alright.
manage to scan it.
Okay. Okay, so that's good. As that's going, can I check from here? Check like the power supply levels and like see how.
Like the reactor, the engine.
Yeah, like a diagnostics report.
Okay, diagnostic. Yeah, give me another spacer.
This is gonna be.
Actually, wait. Give me an engineer electronics -2.
Yeah. All right.
Nope.
How bad?
That's what was it? 15.
15. So that's a regular failure by 2, and okay, so my failure by 4. You can't quite get access to it from here.
That's not useful.
You can't get a diagnostic. You basically get information like, is it active? Yes. That's all you really get.
Wow, I had no idea.
Thanks.
Thanks, computer.
Yeah, that's about what you get.
Great. Oh,
Yeah.
I wonder if Sam's active.
Okay. What do you want to do?
I'll just call out and say, Sam, are you there?
No response.
Okay. Where was my ship, like my personal ship, docked?
Your personal ship docked? Your personal ship was docked in the... You warped here.
Oh, right.
Sorry, I was about to say something. No, you warped here.
Then how'd they get Sam here?
They said they transferred it.
Oh,
They said they transferred it through, Yeah, they like emailed it. I don't know what to say. You know what I mean.
Right, so my ship's somewhere else.
Yeah, your ship's somewhere. You would likely have the last warp coordinates, but it's not here.
Alright. That's fine. Okay, let me think.
You confused me for a second. I was like, wait, where's your... No, you don't... Your pistol's not here.
I just forgot how I got here.
That's fine. It happened.
Yeah. Alright. I guess I'll just... Oh, I'm gonna go over... I remembered why I was checking that. It's the
Brave New World?
diagnostics.
The diagnostics, yeah, okay.
Because I was gonna see if I could go over... Well, I wanted to try and power up the weapons
Okay.
without... Not, like, the weapons themselves.
Yeah, the console.
The console, but I didn't want to do it if, like, it would mess up.
You can't tell.
Yeah, exactly, that's why. Then I'll just not do that, because I don't want to
Okay.
overstrain the system.
That's fair.
And I guess I'll just wait for my scan to be complete.
Okay. You're just waiting? Okay.
Yeah.
It takes about 20 minutes. You do hear outside, after about 15 minutes, you hear that tapping again, and it seems to pass by the bridge outer door, and then it seems to be heading back down the hallway. I think you'd think it's safe to assume it's just kind of patrolling or wandering aimlessly. They're about the same thing, really.
I don't like that. I don't want my crew to...
Run into that?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna essentially put a call out to the whole crew.
Okay.
And see if I
Are you talking like ship intercom or separately to each badge?
Let's each badge.
Okay. I just needed to know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then to as many as I can get a hold of, give them a verbal description of
a cloud. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Of the ticking or the clicking.
Yeah.
And the actual thing itself.
Okay. Just
so
say like avoid at all costs or
yeah,
whatever.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you just are you selecting each one individually or just kind of like a call all badges thing?
Call all. Yeah.
Okay. So you do that. Yeah. You basically get the message across. I assume this is just like a short one-way transmission.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Nobody really responds. Yeah. So you do that, and it clicks off. You notice after it clicks off, you notice it called one more badge that was unlabeled than all the others. And it didn't appear till after you hung up. You're not sure what that's about.
Interesting.
It's just odd. It's not necessarily like bad. It's just like, huh, that's weird.
Odd.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking that. Well.
The cloud has a badge. No, you heard me. What are you thinking?
No.
Yeah.
I was thinking either Vashim. I was thinking maybe Vashim decided to be unlisted because he's mysterious and strange. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
Or someone is has essentially a dummy.
A dummy badge.
Okay. That has connected to our system.
Okay.
But isn't registered. So they're getting our transmissions.
Okay, yeah, those are both plausible. Yeah, but after that, your bio life scanner does come up. It looks like on the Brave New World there are 43 life signs detected throughout the various parts of the vessel. All of them are coming across as human, except for one, which is seated near where you remember that science lab being.
Does it know what it is, or just not
unknown again? It looks like your ship doesn't have a great category of non-humans, but it's able to identify that they're not human.
It's like human, not human.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like you could definitely load more into it later, but it's not like pre in there.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, that's good. I'm glad they're manned.
Cool.
I'm not.
No, I
That's
didn't
a
think
lie.
so.
They can kill us easily.
Oh, you do notice actually, because I rolled a few times every time you used this console. Yeah, so you notice there's actually, it seems to be online in the ship, you do have access to cameras, in the sensor array.
Oh, that's good. Can I pull up cameras near where the weird ones and the message came from? In that area?
Yeah, you can. Okay, so give me a spacer.
Yeah. Please roll well this time. Thank you.
That's very well, actually.
5, 6, 7, 8.
8. That's good. That's a success by 5 on average.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you pull it up. It takes a minute. It's kind of like the connecting thing.
Right.
It has like not like a loading bar, but it's kind of like
Right.
It takes a minute to fire up, and you can see into a. Actually, first you get a prompt. You get like I don't know exactly what it would say, but it basically says like audio yes no.
Yeah. I'll take audio. If
Okay.
I can.
Why are you emailing me, Pokemon Go?
They
I
want
haven't
you
played
to-
you in months.
They want you to go.
They do. They want me to leave. Okay. Yeah. So you pull it up, and you can see this kind of central chamber. You haven't seen this area in the ship before. It looks like it would probably be like an engineering, like not a maintenance shaft, but kind of like an area, like a. I don't know what to call it. Like it's a large hole basically.
Right.
Kind of like a circular area, probably like 10 foot diameter. Well, more than that. Feet are not as big as I think they are. 20-foot diameter. And you see kind of up in the middle, kind of like they're shackled. You can see at each of the forelimbs, you can see what looks like Erexus. That's where the anomalous life sign would be. And you can see, yeah, it looks like there's something odd about the shackles. You can't, obviously the camera quality isn't fantastic, and you can't quite make it out. But it's a little bit weird. You can tell that much. And you can also see in the room, kind of just entering the doorway as you kind of turn on the camera, you see somebody who is wearing the uniform of the Harbinger of Korthul. Okay. So yeah, you can see it looks like there's a conversation. You're getting fuzzy audio, but it's understandable, just a little bit hard. Just right. So yeah, the Harbinger just. You know, you could have made this a lot easier for the both of us. In one string of actions, you have single-handedly, in your case, I suppose, multi-handedly, destroyed decades of preparation and work. It would have made it a lot easier for me if you'd remained in exile like you were supposed to. Oh, I believe you would be referring to my father. No, I was never sentenced, rather, born into captivity. Do you honestly think I care? Oh, no. Of course not. However, having all the facts is one of the few pleasures you can be afforded currently. Not that it will matter for long. You can see he's kind of offhandedly, kind of like, not necessarily brandishing, just kind of playing with a knife in his offhand. Just, you know you couldn't kill me if you tried. Oh, I wouldn't be so sure of that. Orion, Caltronus 5 maximum security. Xander, out of Alonian space within the Zevexian Nebula. Shall I continue? Of course I have no interest in killing you. I may have at one time, but now it's simply unnecessary. Time will deal with you of its own accord. For now, all that matters is that you are contained. You can't hold me forever. Oh, I think you will find I can. However, I fear that thanks to your escapade, the damage may already be done. He turns and walks to the door. It opens. Without turning around, he's just facing out to the door, kind of like as he's leaving, kind of offhandedly. For your sake, I hope it has not. And he walks out and the door closes behind him.
Okay.
Just taking that all in?
Yeah.
Okay. This figure was fully uniformed, like the mask and everything, so you don't know who was in there. You probably have some assumptions, but you don't know.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Can I...
Yeah.
is there a camera in the
Hallway outside that room?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
Can I flick over to that one?
Yeah, you can flick over to that one. You see the figure just kind of heading down one of the hallways.
Alright.
It looks like they turn a corner and they're out of sight. I don't know what you wanted exactly.
I just wanted to make sure they left.
Yeah, they appear to have gone somewhere else.
Okay, I'm gonna jump back to the chamber.
Yeah.
And activate the
Oh, you don't have a speaker if that's what you want.
Oh, there's no...
Sorry, it was audio, like, received.
I know. Not from the camera.
Oh, the intercom.
The intercom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can.
And say, hey, Orexis, how's it hanging?
Quite literally, you might say.
I hate myself. Alright, well, so, you don't seem to be one that's easily cuffed. What's going on with that?
Well, whoever got me here appears to be psionic in nature, and I wouldn't go so far as to say stronger than me, but comparable. gonna have trouble getting out of this on my own.
Right. Great. That's... Well, not all I needed to know. Those cuffs, they're not normal, are they? What's up with them?
I don't quite know. Never encountered something like this. It's always possible if you're strong enough to... I don't want to say imbue something with psychic energy. That sounds stupid as hell. But it's more or less what it would be. I don't know. Maybe some kind of anti-psi or something. I don't know.
Alright. Well, that's good to know.
Either that or it's just some technology that's beyond me.
It's possible. I can't say it's impossible since I just got back from Alonia.
Okay, we'll talk about that later.
We sure will. I'm gonna try and help you if I can.
Much appreciated.
Don't die in the meantime, and I'll click onto that. And,
Okay.
Yeah. Do I?
Yep.
Can I? Is the tracking of the crew still active?
Tracking? Yeah, on the badges, yes, but not on the life size
On the
scanner.
badges, yeah. That's
Yeah.
right. Can I? Are more together now?
No, it looks like they're actively heading towards one of the signals, but they're not there yet.
Okay. Can I jump over?
Cameras?
Yeah, on cameras.
It doesn't look like there's a camera in that quite that area.
Alright, that's fine. But they are moving.
Yes, they're moving.
Hopefully that means they're alive and their bodies. It's not just their bodies being carried.
It's unlikely that that happened, but I guess you can suspect it. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just gonna hope. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Then I'll just close the cameras. I don't
Okay.
need them up anymore. And then probably the tracking too, just because I don't want
Somebody else to have access to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll turn to Selena and say, so we're going to go help a friend of mine.
She's just nodding.
And then I'm gonna head towards Orexis.
Okay, so you're just leaving the bridge and everything?
Yeah, but,
Yeah. Oh, in this part of the ship, the atmosphere is full. Just thought I'd mention that.
okay, that's good.
Once you got to the powered section.
Right.
I just forgot to say, sorry.
And the camera's on, so I'm assuming the section with Orexis is powered.
It seemed like it, yeah.
Okay, good.
I mean, you saw lights on in there and some other
right,
things.
Okay. That's good. Then I'll take off my suit and, Selena can if she wants. I'm not gonna tell her what
Okay.
to do.
Just for convenience of movement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I want to be.
Recognizable, my uniform.
No, that's not
No?
what I care about.
Okay.
I just want to be ready to not be obstructed.
That's
if
fair.
Anything happens.
Yeah, you take it off, no problem.
That's good. And then I'll. Yeah, then head towards.
Okay. So you head out of the bridge, out the little airlock into the hallway.
Yeah.
And you can hear in the distance that noise. Not coming this way, just off a ways. It appears to be on this deck is all you can discern. Currently.
Okay. What deck was Orexis on?
7.
7, and I'm on
5.
5. Okay, so I have to go up.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it?
Yep.
So the movement grids are active in this.
Should be powered, yeah.
Okay.
And you haven't seen any signs of that AI since you got here, but
Okay.
it's definitely plausible it's still on board. You just haven't
It's
seen it.
lingering, just dormant.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know that.
All right, that's okay. Hopefully, it's gone to bed. That's dumb. Why did I say?
Yeah. I mean, it could either be it could just be waiting. It could have not
Right,
noticed
it
you. It could be I said deactivated already, didn't I?
Yeah.
Could be on the board the other vessel. You don't know for sure.
Who knows?
It could be anything. Could just be waiting, which is also ominous.
It is. There's a lot of things on this ship that might want to kill me,
That's fair.
which is not optimal. All right. Then I'll head towards the movement grid.
Okay. So you're heading towards the movement grid. Yeah. So you can hear just this noise off in the distance. It's staying pretty. It seems like it's staying pretty equidistant from you, which you don't assume is intentional. But either you're moving in like a good position, which is ideal, or or it might actually be on a set pattern, but you haven't discerned that yet.
Right.
So you head towards the movement grid. You head down the hallway and you turn a corner. And the movement grid should be right ahead of you. And it is, sorry. And it is.
Should be.
No,
What's
it is.
there instead?
Yeah, you see it there.
Okay. Alright, then I'll go to it and see if I can call it to me.
Okay, yeah. You're right in thinking it's not on this floor. So you go over and you press the button. And you hear like a loud bing! Kind of like, when you press the button.
Right.
And you can hear the tapping stop for a moment. And it seems to be not in any expedient manner, but it does seem to once again be getting closer. Yeah? Just oh crap.
Yeah, like, I'm mad at modern convenience for being the way it is.
That's fair.
Like, yeah, that's obviously...
Like, yeah, that's fair.
That's 100% what would happen. Like, as soon as it...
You had to contemplate about just being mean.
Yeah, I was like, ugh, and then I was like, no, you're right. That's 100% how it would work.
But yeah, it looks like it's like 3 decks away, and it's coming pretty fast. The elevator.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Alright, then I'll get Selena behind me.
Okay.
And kind of face out towards the hallway and pull ready.
The weapon, okay. Yeah, so after about like not long, like maybe a minute. No, faster than that, like 40 seconds. The thing you hear like another like bing as like it comes up behind you, and like the shuffling like the doors open.
Right.
You just want to step back inside?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you step back in. There's the number panel again, which with you recognize from the last time you were here.
Alright, I'll hit 7.
Okay. Yeah, you hit like 007, whatever. Yeah, you hit that, and the doors start to close. And right as the doors start to close, you see it turn the corner, and it seems to spot you. You hear another, like, a low growl, and it kind of heads towards 4, but it's closed. The door's closed, and you're gone by then.
I don't like that thing. It's not a friend.
But at the very least, now it is aware of your presence.
It sure is. I wonder if it's the same one, or if there's multiple of it.
Hard to say.
It is hard.
Actually impossible to say.
At this
with
point,
your current knowledge.
That's true.
Yeah. So the elevator heads up all the way. It seems like it stalls for a moment as it passes deck 6, but it doesn't stop. It just kind of jerkily, like it's. You're not sure what was up with that, but that was what happened, and you arrive on deck 7.
Okay. The door's open?
Yeah, the door's open.
Alright, I'll step out. This area appears to be
powered. Yes, correct.
Alright, is it damaged at all?
Yeah, there's some light. There's some... Ooh, not light. Actually, it looks like a lot of the hallway's cracked. This looks like one of the decks that was damaged by Alexis's little escapade.
Man, that guy needs some...
Not, like, terribly damaged. Like, it's just, like, some cracking. There's some exposed electrical wiring, but definitely not, like, out to space or anything.
Right. He needs impulse control or something.
That's fair. He did talk for a while before he did that.
Although, he didn't really listen.
That's fair. He might have listened if you said something else, but you don't know that. It's in the past now.
There's no way of going back. Okay. Theoretically.
Well, there's theoretically ways of going back, but not to redo the conversation. You can go back and listen in.
I could.
Add a little extra bit.
I can go back, listen in, and then
join in.
Everything.
Just join in.
I could. No, I shouldn't.
No, yeah, you arrive on deck 7.
Okay, I'll step out.
Okay.
This is also the area where the Harbinger was. Hopefully I don't run into him.
Probably not. Well, that's not right
That's
at all.
not true?
It's hopefully not is what I meant.
It's equally likely.
It's like a 50-50.
It's literally equally likely either way. Well, I mean...
Yeah. It's possible. You don't know where he went.
I don't. That's true. Alright, then I will, make my way down.
Okay. Yeah, down the area? Yeah.
Down the...
Okay. So yeah, you get to a... It's not a blockage. You just get to an area where it's a little bit more damaged. You see the console, the panel that you remember when you had that brief interaction with Y20K, as you referred to it, when Alexis was chasing you. You're like, get him! Yeah. You recognize that panel. It's like destroyed. Yeah. But yeah, after a little bit more travel, you arrive at this. I'm gonna call it a bulkhead, actually. Yeah, it's like built into a wall. It's not like sealing the hallway, but it's a heavy door, which is where you recognize that was opening to where Alexis was.
Okay. And it's closed.
Yeah, currently.
Is there an access panel next to it, or like a
panel?
Control
there's that
settings.
sensor thing, and there's also a panel.
All right. I'll try and activate the sensor then.
Okay. You try and activate the sensor. It scans with white, and it flashes. It pauses for a moment, and it flashes red.
Interesting. All right. Then I'll try and pry that panel open.
Okay. Yeah, you can get the panel open, no problem.
Right.
This one isn't hard to open.
That's good. What's inside?
What is inside? There is a series of fuses.
Man. I know how...
You're an electrical engineer.
I know, I am. I was just making sure.
You're like, do I have skills? I'm like, that's literally your only engineering skill.
Shut up. You don't know that.
I do.
You do, it's true. Alright, I guess try and parse... see if I can open the door.
For a second, I looked over and was terrified. I thought the mute button was still on for the mic. For a second. For a second.
Muted for this whole...
I was like, I feel like someone in chat would have said something. Okay. Sorry, what did you say you wanted to do?
I'm gonna try it. I want to open the door.
Okay, engineer electrical, I guess, to mess with the power.
Yeah.
Not bad. What's your engineering?
That's a fail by 1.
Failed by 1.
13.
Yeah, you managed to get the fuses out without any problem, but you're not sure what order to put them back in to open the door. At least with that roll. You could try again. You could think about it, whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
It took a minute to get them all out, but... There's only 3. I don't know why I said, like, to get them all out.
The compulsive part of my brain says, get the stun one out and just zap it. Which is definitely a bad idea.
Could, but...
yeah, it'd probably just seal it better.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah. Do what you will.
I'm gonna take a little more time.
Okay.
And try and see if I can work this
Go
out.
for it. So just take like another 2 minutes. Man, that's even worse.
That's a 16. Just failed by 3.
What's your skill? Okay, that's not quite a crit fail.
No, not quite.
Yeah, you can't seem to fit them back in where they were. You're not sure why. Probably because you're doing it wrong.
Probably because I'm bad. Probably I'm just doing it incorrect. Oh, man. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have access to any, like, engineering notes. That would make sense.
Yeah?
Vial of liquid flammable. That's useful.
You still have the vial of flammable liquid. I forgot about that. Oh my god.
I have...
You have many things, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna stop and listen. Do I hear anyone approaching or tapping?
You can hear some footsteps in the distance, but not the tapping.
Alright.
And they don't seem to be getting closer right now. They just seem to be off in the distance.
Alright. How heavy do they sound?
Armored.
Great.
Like they're metal against metal.
Right. That's a good...
Not necessarily heavy footfalls, but definitely metal against metal.
Yeah. That's a sign of life.
That sure is.
Usually.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm just gonna try one more time.
Go for it. That's better.
Better.
That's a success, I think.
That's a success. I think that's...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a success by 1.
Yeah, you look at it, and it looks like you were trying to put them in the right position. You just had them, like, one of them upside down so it wouldn't go in quite right. Yeah, you get that in there. And the panel kind of, like, flat... The panel kind of, like... it goes to, like... How do I want to phrase this? It kind of, like, goes to, like, source code. It, like, it changes to, like, here's where you can type things in.
Alright.
You want to roll programming for
I
me?
do. I have that skill.
You do.
This is finally something I know how to do.
That's true.
This is slightly not as good, but that's okay.
That's fine.
Wow.
That's a good roll.
I rolled well.
That's a success by 3.
That's 8, so yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. It looks like it was pretty simple. You basically just, like, changed it from... You basically changed your status from not having access to having access.
Alright.
You want to just scan your ring again?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do that and it opens right up.
Okay. I'll enter, and actually... Can I set it so before I go, I want to set it so only I have access.
You can try. It's going to be a harder roll. Give me a programming with a hidden minus.
That's not bad. It's 5, 6, and 8,
9. So let me look at your skill. It is...
It's a 12.
Not quite.
Okay.
It looks like this is a little bit of a different command. It looks like giving someone access is easier than, like, whitelisting one person.
Right. Alright, that's okay. I tried.
Yeah.
I'll go inside and close the door.
Yeah. Okay, the door closes behind you.
Oh, okay.
Most doors do.
Alright.
Yeah. Ernest
Is he there?
oh, great! You're here.
I sure am. Let's see about getting those cuffs off you.
Yep.
I'll go over. Can I,
Mm-hmm.
can I just tell what's weird about them from looking or anything? Or messing around with them?
It looks like on the actual manacles that are attached to him, not the chain part. It looks like there's a power component, but that's all you can really tell by looking, just cursory.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Is there an obvious, lock or anything, or is it...
On the manacles themselves, no, and he's also over that pit. But, you can see on where the chains are connected to the wall, there's some pretty obvious, oh, this is just, looped over something. Easy to detach.
Alright. So, the pit.
Yeah.
Can you give me a
You cannot see
description
the
of it
bottom.
again? I can't, let's go.
I mean, you can. It's it's down 7 decks.
Right, yeah. So if I were to just release all of them, he would fall and die. Or
yes,
fall.
you couldn't release all of them at once. You'd have
Right.
to manually go to each one.
Right.
But
So...
die might be strong, but it's likely.
Yeah, no. So, say I release,
One side of him.
one side, or, an arm and both of his legs, could he, swing over to... and, maybe
yeah, that's
grab
plausible.
something?
Either that or you could just grab the remaining chain and pull him up.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's definitely plausible.
Something like that, yeah. Alright, then I'll,
Begin that process.
yeah, that's...
Detaching the first... Is that how you want to do it? Detach 3 and then 1? Detaching the first 3 is easy. You don't even need to roll for that. Just give me a strength roll to pull that chain up, and he's going to be assisting with his free hand. He's going to be pulling himself up.
Alright, I hope he doesn't fall, because that'd be fun.
Well, there's no real way to drop him at this point, and that's a really good roll you just made. That's a 5.
That's 5.
Yeah, he's succeeded as well.
Alright.
He's not particularly heavy, but it looks like the weight of the extra chains is kind of... it's slowing your progress, but it takes a minute, but he's also kind of heaving himself up, hand over hand. You get him up after a minute, and as soon as you get him all the way up, you hear the door open behind you. Oh, an intruder. And an important one at that. How droll.
I'm gonna turn around and say, actually, technically it's my ship, so you're the intruder.
I suppose you're right. You've been keeping secrets from me again, haven't you, Erexus? Tampering with my quarry's mines while I was preoccupied. He turns and looks at you. I should have sensed you.
I don't know. I'm not a psionic, I couldn't tell you.
Didn't expect to see... You're not a psionic! Really? That's the path we're going with, is it?
What? Look at me. What do I know? Nothing. That's the answer.
Oh, I suppose you're right about that. Well, I didn't expect you back so soon.
I'm very fast.
I suppose I have no proof to the contrary.
This is such an annoying conversation.
What do you mean? Because you're both terrible?
Yeah, if Ian McCready was standing there in this conversation, he would be so annoyed.
Why are you two talking like this?
They're so overly polite and, happy to see each other while very clearly hating each other. For no reason.
Well,
Ugh.
I suppose we're not on the best of terms.
I suppose, although we could be.
Does that really seem likely in your current position?
Likely? No. Possible? Yes. I'm an optimist.
You really have no scale of the situation you're in, do you?
No. That's what everyone keeps telling me.
I'm not stupid. I know you've seen things that I didn't intend for you to. However, I don't know what you think you've pieced together.
Well, I suppose we could all sit down and have a cup of tea and chat about it now, couldn't we?
Yeah. Erexus is just sitting behind. He's kind of leaning against the rail, and it looks like he's slowly, unhooking himself from it while you... while you squabble like old women.
This is all he does.
Yeah, no, that's
all
fair.
he does is talk to people.
Yeah, so after a minute, he reaches up and he takes off the mask, and it appears to be Joe, like last time you saw somebody with the uniform, but there's something off about him. He appears a bit too tall, taller than he should be, and you can see that his eyes are just solid gold. Not like the whole thing. There's still the white part, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The actual color.
So, my apologies, but I kind of listened in onto your conversation a bit earlier. You look very much like Joe, but you said something about a son. So, are you Joe's son?
You're closer than you'd think, but no, you have the the lineage a bit wrong. You're closer than I thought you'd be, but not correct.
Alright, well, a not correct is better than a nothing, so I'll take it. Another question. Your eyes, very gold. Enjoyable color. Not very natural. What is with that?
Are you really that dull? I thought the illusion has been broken, but if you haven't figured it out yet, I feel as though I let it all fall apart for nothing. And you hear Rexus behind you go, "What the hell did he just say?"
What do you mean? What he said something about an illusion falling apart and me being dumb.
When the hell did you learn to speak Russian?
Probably on. Oh right, it was the pill I took on Adonia. That's what
You're not even a little curious why he's speaking Russian?
I'm super curious why he's speaking.
You are just having this conversation in front of him.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure you're aware of that.
What? Why are you speaking Russian? I'm confused. I would like people to explain things to me. That'd be nice.
Oh my god. Alright. I suppose now's as good a time as any.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah. So you see he kind of reaches out a hand, not towards you necessarily, but kind of just upper arm towards body, wrist up. And he does like a brief hand gesture. And you recognize this hand gesture. You've seen it before, a while ago. A while ago when you first went under the, when you were in that healing chamber back, when you first met Catherine. And you were in the white chamber there. And at the same time, this figure's eyes flash that same gold color, a little bit more pale, a little bit more beige, and you instantly recognize where you've placed this before. This hand gesture and this flashing of the eyes is the exact same gesture when you received that temporary arm before going on that mission. And you remember which figure did that gesture and had that flash of eyes.
That was a machine.
As soon as he completes that gesture, the figure changes completely and shifts into the approximation of what Bashim was wearing, and the figure grows in height. It changes.
I'm so confused. What is going on? You were my friend. I don't say any of that. Alright. So.
This figure's just glaring at you.
I see you're angry. First of all.
Okay. Sorry, that wasn't a character. That was just me going, oh, okay.
And I understand maybe why you would do that. Be angry. That's not active. That's... Anyways, first, I've lots of information, very short time span, still processing. Second, why Russian? That's a really weird language to be speaking. Third, are you Vashim or are you not? Is Vashim real? What's going on? Do you want to kill me or not?
Okay, so this figure who appears to be Vashim looks past you towards Arexis and says, "He really hasn't figured anything out. Well, this is a shame. I thought that the illusion had been completely broken, but I could have kept it up if I had known that. Well, too late now." All right. He turns back. Arexis doesn't say anything. He's just kind of shaking his head. He has 3 of the 4 cuffs off now. And he turns back to you and he says, "I have been with you throughout every step of your journey, Newman. I have been your journey." That is, until it was ruined by a disgusting act of chance. Did you truly believe this adventure, this string of miraculous and incredible events had happened merely on coincidence? Perhaps you even truly believed that you were special.
I was actually
and he cuts you off immediately as soon as you start speaking. He did wait, but he cuts you off immediately. Which is because that's what I wanted you to think.
I'm going to cut him off.
Okay.
And say, well, first of all, it's rude to cut people off, and I'm only doing it to prove a point. Second of all, I don't know why I'm really into listing things all of a sudden. Anyway.
Was that what you said for second of all?
Yes.
Okay.
Third of all, I was really hoping I wasn't special, because I didn't want any of this to happen to me, and you're a jerk for making it happen, if it's your fault. All I wanted was to have a nice exploratory life in space and find the source. You can go back to your monologue now, I'm sorry.
Well, no, I don't want to.
I knew it was going to ruin it, but I had to.
I've been in your head, Newman. Altered locations, changed perceptions, misdirected the mind. But not all of it was trickery alone. So you see suddenly... I have to count. 4 other figures kind of appear. Just blank, completely blank figures, kind of like just white, kind of like mannequin-esque.
Right.
They're actively kind of like glowing a little bit luminescent, if that makes sense. And yeah, as he speaks, each of them lights up in a figure, and the dialogue kind of changes from one to the other. So, I've been with you every leg of the journey, Newman. Every step. I take on the role of anyone. Anyone I've killed. And you see the figures all light up in sequence. You see Joe, you see Krat, you see Marimba, and the last one that lights up changes height very small. Actually, no, the last one, sorry, only 3 figures appeared, and the last one shifts from, actually, Vashim's perspective. It kind of shifts very quickly, but enough that you can tell that it's kind of like, you can see the similarities from one to the other, and it shifts down to a much shorter height, and the last one who spoke you could tell was Rigel. And he's remained from that taller form with Vashim to Rigel. And there's just these 4 figures here now.
I'm gonna focus on Rigel.
Okay.
And look down at it and say, so does that mean you're just crazy?
I believe we've had this conversation before. Some 80 what years ago?
Sure, yes. That's about right.
For you, it was like a few minutes. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I recognize that, like, it just happened for me.
Okay. It's been quite a while. Been
Well,
building.
for you, actually, it's not that long for me. It's like maybe 20 minutes.
This has taken decades of planning. Well,
About maybe a couple days for me, you know, here and there.
I suppose it doesn't matter anymore. I no longer have use for you.
So you got what you want, congratulations. I'm so proud of you. What did you want?
You really think I would just... No. No, Newman. I've had enough of this. Take your pathetic ship, your measly surviving crew, take your waterlogged husk of a gestalt. I'll be taking my leave. And you see the other 3 figures disappear, and he kind of turns to walk out. And as he turns to walk out, you see it shifts again, and he changes back to the uniform of the Harbinger in full height. And the door opens, and he starts walking out.
Well, I can't say it was a pleasure, because it wasn't. Maybe we'll do the tea next time.
Okay, and the door closes behind him, and he disappears. Okay. And Alexis has finished getting off the cuffs. He's kind of leaning against the thing. He seems, for lack of a better word, winded. You can see he's kind of flickering lightly, becoming a little bit more translucent. He says, well, I was gonna tell you to wait, but you didn't go after him. You're still too weak to take him on directly, if that was your plan.
It wasn't. I don't know what you're talking about. How much of that was the truth?
I don't have a good gauge on that. Everything's a bit fuzzy right now.
Yeah, I can
We've been formed up longer than we were meant to be. Even longer since we were captured and forced to remain together, among other things. We're fading pretty quick. And with how much power and energy we've expended, there's no telling when we'll be able to form a whole again. He's planning something. Something bad. We talked a bit more before you got here, and we're talking assuming he can pull it off, which he just might be crazy enough to, an extinction level event. You need to find us. Each of us. Orion, Roxanne, Eddie, Xander, Anthony, Cypher. You have photograph from memory, I'll say it again at the end. Because I know you're scrambling to write, I'll say it again at the end.
Hold on, I want to see if I remember.
Okay, fine, do you remember? Do you need me to say him again?
No, hold on. You can say them again at the end.
Okay. Should I keep talking?
So it's Oryx's. Xander. Alright. I remembered 4 of them.
Okay.
Okay.
He continues. We may not know his game, but we don't have to play by his rules. Some of your crew is real, some still survive on this vessel, but they're in danger. I'll leave it at. You all have untapped potential. We'll train you, share more of what we know, and together we can take him down. You only need to find us. And with that, he kind of fades out. You want me to say the names again?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So Orexis. So Orion,
Yep.
Roxanne,
Yep.
Eddie, Xander,
Got it.
Anthony,
Okay.
Cypher. Scypher.
Alright. Fantastic. I got 4.
Yeah, that was pretty good. You remembered a good amount.
I did, thank you.
Yeah, and with that, he fades out, and you are alone in this room. The cuffs are just sitting on the floor.
Alright. Interesting.
You can hear the tapping outside, kind of heading past this room. It didn't pause outside, didn't come in. Just kind of you hear it one side, in front, and on the other side.
Is Selena in here with me?
Selena's here, yeah. She kind of hid as soon as
Okay.
whatever appeared. He didn't acknowledge her, so he didn't seem to notice her. You see, she kind of comes out from behind one of the consoles.
That's good. You okay?
She nods and then she like stops and she shrugs.
What's the crazy stuff happening here?
Yeah, she just nods again. I realize I have to say that because people can't see me other than you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll figure it out. In the meantime, we have to gather up whoever's left. Alright, let's,
Yeah. So the whole this room's just empty now. You're getting like a weird feeling, which is like not that you get kind of a weird feeling whenever a Rex is around, kind of like the back of your neck, like and it's still kind of present. He's not here anymore, but you're still getting that feeling. Everything just feels a little off.
Right, yeah. I'm gonna grab the...
Cuff things.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just because they might be interesting to me.
Okay.
And you said they had an electronic component?
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like they have like a button on the side, basically.
I'm going to examine those later.
Okay. So you just pocket them for now.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then I'm gonna head back out of the room. Can I tell which direction the tapping is coming from now?
Right.
Right.
Which is not the direction you came from. It's further down the hall.
Alright.
In the same direction that the figure in the heart, the gold-eyed man went down when you watched him on the camera earlier.
Interesting. I wonder if they're connected. They probably are. Everything seems to be connected.
You don't know for sure.
I don't. Interesting that it's here now.
Well, the Brave New World's here as well.
No, I mean like on this deck.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I feel like there might be more than one, just because it's so everywhere.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what'd you like to do now?
Yeah, I'd like to... Are there any... The stairs.
Yes.
Can I...
Are there
they...
any of the stairs?
That's not... Those are two different.
Okay. What did you want to know?
Can I get to them without dealing with the thing?
Yeah.
Alright.
They should be back the same way as the movement grid.
Okay, I want to go to those because they don't make noise.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I just want to head back to the bridge.
Okay. Yeah. You make it there without incident.
Okay. Can I pull up
The thing?
crew
Yeah.
scanning again?
Yeah. It looks like there are 3 together now. Ruby Sukihara, Zinth Mayflower, and Clark Evans.
And where are they?
They are making their way towards the cafeteria where it looks like Jason SK's signature is.
Alright. He said most of my crew?
He said some.
Some of my Alright.
So that's an important distinction.
Right, sorry. Yeah, that's good. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna... Oh, she doesn't talk! Dang it!
What are you gonna say? What did you want her to do?
I was gonna ask her to monitor, like, the life signs and, like, alert me if any of the weird
I mean, she
ones.
could still, like, send you a message,
Yeah,
even
that's
if she
true.
doesn't talk. I mean, you assume.
I'm gonna turn to her and say, do you know Morse code?
And she nods, yeah.
Alright. Do I know Morse code?
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Or like
Why not?
like SOS.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
Yes.
Um,
That's a pretty standard thing, especially since you have Spacer. I'm not gonna make you roll for that.
alright, okay. I'm gonna tell her, essentially, I'm gonna tell her to send me an SOS.
Okay.
If, one of the, an unknown signature is coming towards
Sure.
where I am.
Okay. Oh, and just based on what you said a second ago, because you have photograph from memory, he said some of your crew still survive. He said some of your crew is real. Some of them still remain on this vessel.
Yeah.
Just the wording, making sure you got it.
Right. Well, I hope these are real, maybe.
Okay. So are you trying to head towards the group? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm trying to
Is
head
that your plan?
towards the group. Well, actually, I think I'm gonna head towards where they're going towards and try
Sure.
to meet them there.
Okay. Yeah, you head towards where they're going. You actually do. You don't run into anything on the way there. You don't get any messages from Selena. So you assume everything's in the clear. You make your way to a good interception point. And yeah, you run into Ruby, Zint, and Clark.
Alright. So, how are we doing?
Well, Ruby turns to you. Well, we're collecting everyone. Actually, about this time when you get closer, like into like a circle talking, how people do,
Right.
you feel both your sigils kind of get that weird static feeling again.
Okay.
Yeah, and you notice kind of passively in the corner of your eye, you see on the other three people's hands, you see two of them have the Ruby and Zinth have the kind of right hand signature that you had from the ooh, I might have right and left backwards. They have the signature from when you ingested that mushroom, the one that's lighter, and Clark has the other one, the purple one. And they all just kind of look down like, what the? And then they all look at each other like in surprise, like it looks like everyone definitely knew they had this, but they're like, what? Like nobody says anything. It's just kind of like looking around like,
Well, this is interesting. I suggest we explore this more once we have everyone together.
That's fair. This is... Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, so you're going back to like heading as a group.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk at the back of the group so I can keep an eye on everyone.
Cool, that's fair.
Also, I still have the gun out.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so you make your way to the cafeteria.
Yeah.
The door isn't locked. It's just you just one-headed.
Yeah.
And you head into the cafeteria. Jason's signature should be around here somewhere. Jason SK. It's coming from this room. You couldn't locate an exact position in this room.
Right.
Cafeteria is decently sizable.
Alright. Fan out. Let's see if we can find him.
Okay. I'll roll perception. So everybody's looking. You search for about 10 minutes. After a while of looking, you kind of catch something in the corner of your eye, and you look, and just kind of in the center of the room, like under a table, like not even a big. These aren't like cafeteria tables. These are like circular tables with like bar stools. He's just kind of crouched down there, kind of like not fetal position, but like crouched head, hands overhead. You definitely should have seen him a few times, but you didn't. He's just been there. It looks like. It's just weird. But yeah, no, he's there.
Alright. I'm not gonna say anything then.
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of walk over
Mhm.
and crouch down next to him and go, Jason.
Okay, he kind of looks up and he just kind of like, he doesn't say anything, just like startled. He just goes, "Oh, thank God." Okay, I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, it's a lot. Are you like really good at hiding or something?
I've just been here. Okay, you also feel the purple sigil on your hand kind of staticky again, and you can see the same thing on his hand. He doesn't seem to notice though.
Okay, that was my left hand, yeah. Or no, that was my right.
It's your right. It's the one you lost. I
Yeah,
don't
so that's the
remember.
right.
It's your right
Yeah,
hand.
I remember.
That's why I haven't been saying it. I'm like, he lost an arm. I forgot.
That's my right arm.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna put my right arm on his, or my right hand on his arm. So that
Okay.
he can definitely see the sigil and say, "Well, you're safe now, or at least safer."
Okay. Wait, so what was the point of that? Sorry.
I want to see his reaction to seeing the sigil.
Okay, he just kind of looks down and he sees it on both your hands. He doesn't say anything, just kind of like open mouth, just kind of side eye, like, yeah, and then he just kind of stands up. He doesn't seem to acknowledge it. Like he definitely saw it.
Right. Okay.
And it wasn't like a I'm hiding this. Just kind of like a I don't know what's happening.
Right. Okay. All right. Then with him standing, I'll say, "All right, I found him."
Okay. Yeah. So everybody turns and they're like, oh. Yeah. Everybody's just like, oh, there he is.
Right.
Like,
Of course.
Oh, Jason.
Jason.
No. Jason.
That's classic.
Jason. No, but yeah, you found him.
All right.
The last signature was in the communications area.
Yeah. Which is interesting because we haven't.
What?
Anyways,
You haven't. What? There's a communications on the bridge, but there's the main
I know,
communications
but
as well.
like, I was just thinking, if you're hiding in the communications, do you think you'd be sent at least trying to like contact someone down?
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
But yeah, and the one in there is Zach Kralin, who was the man you met on communications when you were here the first time.
Yeah.
Just in case. I think you have them written down, but I don't expect you to remember all of them.
Yeah. All right. Let's head to Zach.
Okay. You start heading there. Are you heading to the movement grid or the stairs?
The stairs.
Okay. You head to the stairs, and about a few steps outside of the stairs, you're getting like a over your thing.
Oh, that's bad.
I assume you recognize that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
You don't hear anything yet, though.
Going to. That's interesting. All right. I'm gonna say. All right. Hold up, everyone. Something's coming this way.
Okay. And after a moment, you do hear you start hearing it. It sounds like it's coming up the stairwell.
Up the stairwell.
The door's currently closed, so yeah, out of line of sight. But you can hear it from definitely behind that door.
All right. I don't know how much this will help. Actually.
Yeah.
Is there any other rooms nearby we can like duck into?
Plenty.
All right. Can we? I'm gonna get everyone into one and close the door and just make sure everyone's.
Yeah,
silent.
sure. You just step into this is just kind of like a ransacked crew quarters. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just shut the door, and after a moment, you hear kind of like the door. Yeah, you hear the door to the stairwell kind of open in like a not a normal way, kind of like a creak open. Kind of sounds like it's just odd. You can't see it, but it's a weird noise. And you hear the clicking enter the hallway. It pauses for a moment outside. You can not outside your door, outside the stairwell door, and then you see it kind of seems like it's discerning where to go, and then it turns to the right path, and you hear it head off.
All right.
You're just gonna wait a while.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait a while till
Okay.
it gets.
Yeah, you wait until you can't hear it, I guess.
All right.
Yeah,
And then
that's
I'll bring everyone
Okay,
out,
yeah.
go to
You
the
bring
stairs.
everyone out. Everyone is. It doesn't seem like now's a good time for questioning things. Everyone's just kind of like nodded, and now you're just all heading on.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. So you're heading towards communications. Yeah, you make it the rest of the way there with no problems, honestly. You get there. There's only two entrances to this area, which is one's with the stairwell and the other one's the movement grid. The stairwell's a little bit less convenient, but you manage. You get to that circular room again. You remember the circular room, and then the outside was the other circular room.
Right.
There's a lot heavier walls here, some kind of stranger material, and you see the door sensor that you remember above the door, and when the door slid up, and you walk up to it, and nothing happens.
That's not ideal. Anyone have any ideas?
I don't know. We could knock. That's Jason.
Thank you, Jason. That is an idea.
Yeah, Ruby just says, I don't got much except brute force. This room isn't like the most secure or anything, but it is meant to be, pretty easily locked down.
Yeah. How easily can you hear through these doors?
The doors? I mean, they're metal, but they're not that thick. The walls would be much harder. There's some soundproofing, but you could probably hear through it.
Alright.
If you're loud enough, yeah.
We could I don't want us to be very loud.
Okay.
That's alright. Is there a panel by this door?
No, actually.
There's not. Okay.
All the walls around here appear to be just solid.
Alright. Well.
There is the sensor above the door, but
Yeah.
that's the only other thing here.
Actually, I'm gonna. bring Synth over and ask him to boost me up to get closer to the sun?
Yeah, sure, of course. He does, yeah.
Can I, like, get into this?
Yeah, definitely. You just get out your toolkit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're able to easily take the cover off. There's some electronics inside.
Do they look like just unpowered or like? First of all, do they look like messed up?
They don't look messed up, no.
All right. Then
you can't really tell by looking at
Right,
something
yeah,
that's
yeah,
powered.
right.
You have like a voltmeter or something.
Yeah. Can I test the?
Yeah, they appear to be live.
Okay.
Lives are stronger. They don't have that strong of a current, but they're active.
They have power. All right. Then I'm gonna see if I can, like, force an activation.
Okay. Yeah, you can try. Give me another electronic engineer. -2.
Yeah.
Because engineer is more for building, but this is doing, so it's a little harder.
That's all right. Hey,
Good roll.
Great.
That's a natural crit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You touch one thing. You're like, oh, here it is. And you press
Of
it.
course.
Oh, sorry. Tinnitus moment. Here just started ringing really loud.
Yeah.
What the heck? There we go. I can hear again.
Yeah,
the door just opens right up, and you hear towards the door, like hitting like the door frame. You hear like gunfire, like brief, just kind of like 3 shots, like bum bum bum, like a pistol.
Okay. Whoa! It's Zach. Are you there?
Who is it?
It's your captain speaking.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. How do I know that?
How do you not know that? I don't know. What do you want from me?
All right, step in slowly. Hands up.
All right. Synth, put me down, please.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so you just do that?
Yeah, I'll do that.
I'll
hand Synth the gun.
Yeah, okay.
And say, if the thing appears, shoot it.
Okay, yeah. So you step through, and you do see Zach. He's kind of like he does not. He's not holding this gun good. He's just kind of shaking. It's roughly pointed in your direction, and he just says, "Step closer, not too close. Let me see your eyes."
How close is not too close?
Just like a foot. I don't know.
All right. Okay. I'm sorry.
Let me see your eyes.
Oh,
Okay.
Look at it.
You should be fine. All right, good to see you. This is bad. Everything's bad. You can now see like directly across from the opening of the door. You can see blood splattered over the console, and you can see a body lying on the floor. It appears to be Catherine. You can see her hand is held down like on the console over the call button. This scene is vaguely familiar.
So
you remember you got that call earlier, followed by a single gunshot.
Yeah.
And you remember in your vision you saw somebody scrambling to press the call Newman button. There isn't a button that's just labeled Call Newman, you know what I meant. That's a good button, though.
That's a very good button. Call Newman.
There's a my ship is 83 rooms, because all of them are just covered in walls for pressing every button, call everyone in the universe individually. No numbers!
No numbers. Only names.
You press this button to call John.
Only him.
Only him.
Once he dies, it's useless.
That button? Irreplaceable.
You can't. We have to build more ship.
It still calls John.
It still calls him.
Okay.
He won't answer.
No. He might. No, okay. Yeah, sorry. Sorry,
right.
yeah.
I'm gonna be like, and then I'm gonna say, so... Why did you shoot Captain?
Oh, no, you misunderstood. I didn't. No. I got here after all that. I don't know what happened. The phone was just ringing when I got here. Jesus, I don't know. I just been hiding in the corner, because whoever did that might come back.
That's a good point. So...
I think you trust him, but just in case you don't, do you have Detect Lies? You can roll if you want it.
I don't have to take lies.
Yes, you do! I'm looking at it!
What do you mean I do? Oh my goodness, I do!
I don't know why I ask you things I know you... I'm giving you a chance to know.
I don't know.
You don't have to. I mean, just from your cursory glance, you should be telling the truth, but if you don't trust him, you can roll out.
I trust him.
Okay, just because you assumed he shot, that's why I gave you the option. Well, you always have the option, it's your choice, but...
So I'm gonna say, so you asked to see my eyes. What were you looking for?
Weird things have been happening around here. Right before everything went down in the pub with that, went down with that weird hologram something was weird about Vashim. His eyes went this weird color and he just disappeared. I didn't see him after that.
Well, you're right to mistrust that. That's a bad
I
sign.
never had great feelings about that guy.
Yeah, well, I wish we all shared your...
I mean, I could be wrong.
No, you're 100% correct. He was not exactly who he seemed to be.
That's not great. Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, so Ruby looks over the group. You were gonna say something. Sorry, Ruby does this first. She looks over and says, "All right, is this everyone we're detecting?"
As far as I am
That is
aware.
true. Okay, you had to think. Yeah, that was true. That is everyone you were detecting.
Yes. This is everyone we have right now.
You're still not sure who that 8th bad was, but you might have ideas now. Yeah.
Alright, let's...
Did I say 8th? I don't remember how many, but you know what I mean.
Right, yeah, sure. Alright, I think we should head back to the bridge to,
Okay.
Discuss.
So you're heading back to the bridge?
Yeah.
All right. You make it there with no. Yeah, I'm trying to think what. Sorry, I'm thinking what Selena would do. Yeah, you get a text actually. Because she doesn't talk. You get a text basically on your communicator. I'm gonna say it's like voice dictated,
Right.
like it's reading out to you. It basically just says, the unknown has disappeared from the vessel.
Alright.
Both of them actually.
Okay. Well, that's better than them being here.
So you make your way the rest of the way back to the bridge?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you make your way back to the bridge. And about right as you step in, you can see the main view screen is flashing. It looks like there's like a message.
Alright, I'll go over and...
Like it's not quite a hail. I don't know how to phrase this. You can tell it's coming in actively, but you can tell it's pre-recorded.
Right. Alright, I'll pull it up.
Okay. You pull it up. And you can see, you recognize this because you've been in the cockpit before, the cockpit of the Brave New World. You can see there's still all these papers and everything scrawled about everywhere, all this stuff like you saw before. And you can see sitting in the pilot's chair, it appears to be Vashim. He looks a little bit different. You can't quite place what's different, but definitely something. And he just starts talking. I expected at least a little bit of a challenge, in all honesty, but it was so easy until it was ruined by that psionic wench, at least. All I had to do was give you a taste, something you wanted, something you believed was attainable but just out of reach. All you humans are the same, pouring out a drink while the boat sinks around you. Some of you were harder than others. The preparation took anywhere from years to decades. Moments in time I have come to realize were a waste. It was all nonsense. Benjamin Newman, the technological source, oh please, a poor theologian on a mission to discover a concept. Ruby Sukihara, the promise... Whoa. Sorry, I lost my... Sorry, when I'm reading longer things, I lose my line.
Sorry.
The promise of help to look for a lost father, a father who's long since been dead. Zinth Mayflower, a chance to speak to your beloved just one more time. If I had the power to resurrect the dead, do you honestly believe I would waste it on the likes of you? Clark Evans, the knowledge of faster-than-light travel. A secret truly and honestly may be known to me, but one I will take with me to my grave, or at the very least keep out of your hands. But you two, Jason S.K., Zach Kralin, you two are the easiest of all. Riches. That's all I had to offer your grubby little hands. Wealth. I spent decades planning and years cultivating each of you, training you through false guises and fabricated stories, driving you towards your full potential. I truly thought one of you could do it, unlike those who came before you. Maybe someday you would have. However, I no longer have any need of any of you. You were my closest, Newman. My best hope, as well as my deepest hatred. I truly believed you held the key to what I had sought for so long. In a way, I should thank you. Without your help, I may never have discovered what I did, seen what I have, gone down the route I've taken. For a time, I was tied strictly to the psionic approach, but now that technology has borne its fruit, I need not sully my hands with the foul stench of humanity any longer. I thought you had what I needed, Newman, but no more. Surely you recognize the vessel parked outside, the Brave New World. However, you misunderstand its purpose, Newman. It was never meant to be a door between dimensions, but rather a gate between times. And now it's finally been completed. It will be the wings that soar me to my destiny, and will drive your hubristic and destructive species to their extinction. And with that, you're getting like readings from the sensors passively. You can see the Brave New World is... Its engines aren't starting up, but there's like a large power source coming from somewhere.
Right. That's not good.
No, and it's just getting stronger and stronger. It's not weapons, it's not engines, but there's something from like the center of the ship that's getting powered like severely.
Yep. Alright. Let's move us away from them. Quickly.
Yeah, on it. Clark gets on the seat and just kind of like... I mean, yeah, she does her thing.
Yeah.
She pilots it out of the way. She just backs off a ways. Yeah, and you see Ruby goes over to her console and she's like, "God damn it! Weapons are off!"
Yeah, that's kind of happening.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And you see this vessel kind of, you see really strange, you see kind of like, unlike any warp drive you've seen before, where ships kind of like, you see this bubble, this kind of sheen appear over them, and they disappear more or less, like kind of like a blip,
Right.
kind of like a CRT TV turning off, kind of, for the best example I have. But you see, instead of something surrounding the ship, you see something you've never seen before. You see kind of this chasm, this rift kind of open in space in front of it. Kind of this line that kind of tears open into a larger kind of circle. And you see beyond it kind of... Give me a will roll.
Oof, that's not great.
No, that's a success. That's good.
9, yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. You've seen it before. You see kind of, you can recognize this as kind of like directly subspace, like you've encountered before, not so long ago. So long ago, but not so long ago. Yeah, everybody else seems fine too. Like they're kind of like avert their eyes, and you see this vessel. You see the Brave New World kind of just soar off into it, and briefly thereafter, the rift just kind of closes behind it, and it seals. And with that, the vessel is gone from your sight.
That's very, very bad.
Right before it disappears, actually. Just directly before it disappears.
I'll pull up whatever it is.
Okay, yeah, it looks like it's a text.
What's it say?
It has a string of coordinates. It says G7F, Caltronis 5 Maximum Security Prison, Orion. Signed, Rem S. Yeah?
Sorry. Memories from other characters are showing up.
Yeah, that's the same prison you went to in that other campaign.
Yep. What?
Oh, that campaign's kind of been retconned from existence. It was more like a baseline setting up the universe.
Yeah, it's alright.
But,
well, looks like we have our destination.
alright, bearing, Captain? Clark gets back onto the seat.
I'll, can I send the coordinates over to her station?
Yeah, you definitely can.
I'll do that.
Oh, and also, actually, this time you got kind of like an approximate. It looks like the message was sent from the Brave New World just before it finished heading off. You don't know what that means, but... And you don't know a REM S, to your knowledge. Oh, just in case it wasn't obvious, it's REM and then S, like, period,
Right,
like it's
yeah,
short for
yeah.
something. I don't know, REM... Yeah, no, I'm not gonna make jokes. But yeah, so... It looks like Clark starts to she punches in the coordinates. She says, "Alright, Captain, you ready to go?"
As ready as I'll ever be.
Alright. So yeah, she types in all the coordinates, and everything starts whirring up. The ship kind of whirs into life. You see engines going on. You see parts of the ship you haven't seen active before go on. You see all these displays for the engine and the warp drive. This is a warp drive you've never seen before. This looks like it's not an Alonian jump drive, but something even before then. Something more powerful. And your ship just starts whining. Everything starts going on. Everything gets really bright. You see the visor close in front of you. And you suddenly feel your stomach drop as you drop into warp. And with that, you're gone.
That was a good time.
Good job.
Alright.
Practice that
And
one.
no, actually. And with that, the credits, everything fades out along as the ship warps out from the outside perspective. And with that, the credits roll. The stars fade to embers, the worlds turn to dust. We'll try not to fight, but we do what we must. Will the universe stand still as our lives are torn apart? Are we fools to think that we can our destiny outsmart? Should I blame the fates beyond, or the work of my own hands? Can those of us with mortal blood ever really understand? So I beg you now, shut your eyes and plunge too deep, for there's none of us around who can right, thank you everyone for joining us this week on the Brave New World from Roll Out of Bed. Are we good for next week?
Yes, as far as I know.
Okay, as far as I know, yeah. Oh, I know you haven't started school again, just me.
No.
But I have no classes Friday. Hells yeah.
That might change because
The job?
Yeah.
Okay, will you probably be free sometime on Fridays?
Probably.
Worst case scenario, we switch the day.
Yeah.
We've been doing this one for, let's see, 24 hours, 26 hours, 27, 28, 29. Oh, well, I'm counting wrong. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
30-something. But yeah, thank you all for joining us. As always, we post on social media before each session if there's going to be any changes or any delusions. What am I trying to say? Any obstructions? That's not the word, but it's close enough.
Yeah.
As always, we post on YouTube. We live stream on YouTube, and we also post on Stitcher afterwards. YouTube is, even if you don't listen on YouTube, we'd appreciate if you came and subscribed, just so we can grow our base and we get more features the more subscribers we have. Thanks, YouTube.
We can do cool things.
And as always, the more people who listen live, if you're interested in that, the more people you have to interact with in the chat, or you can interact with us, and we'll answer questions to the best of our ability, or at least laugh at what you say.
At the very least.
Not in a condescending... Well, sometimes in a condescending way.
It's us.
But yeah, am I forgetting anything?
I think that's everything.
I think that's everything. Thank you very much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed today's session. I know we did. And we will see you next time on the Brave New World. See ya!